Everybody, thank y'all so much for tuning into the show yet again. We're here in Providence, Rhode Island, in the smoking Simian. What would you call it? Like not a commissary kitchen. That's what you get in jail. It's like a off-premises kitchen. Yeah. You ever hear of that?
No.
When there's like a place that they get their baked goods from elsewhere. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm here with
Is that what you're calling this
Raf
place?
and John Larkin. Good Lord, guys. When was the last time you guys were both on? What was it?
At the same time?
It was the election episode.
It was Academy.
Holy smokes.
It was the election. No, it wasn't even Academy.
We were in that room. We were watching something.
It was in the basement.
Yeah.
On the east side. We were watching. It was the election episode where we.
That was the East Side apartment. That wasn't Academy. Oh
yeah,
shit!
That was the very beginning.
Was that what you would call one of those like what you're gonna do? Like one of those episodes where you're gonna watch the fight and then you're gonna
Fight Companion.
Yes.
Yeah. It kind of was. We were just like watching
For
we were just watching the election and just fucking.
Oh, that's where we
got.
got the sound clip of "Que lo, and like.
Oh my gosh!
Is that what it was?
And you were doing. Bam, 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 bam.
Jeez,
and you had
man.
the sound clip of Raf doing.
He's like, weed, baby. It was like before you smoked any weed.
Something
We
funny.
were like smoking.
Now look at me.
You were saying
Give
funny
me that
shit.
shit.
So what's happening, guys? Y'all doing all right? I'm happy to be here with
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah, happy for you to be here. This is like your surrogate studio.
Yes. Yeah.
This is
See,
like,
Billy, who's neither of you have met, but he's my co-host, and he was at the
Yeah.
Mets.
Oh yeah, I've seen him on the.
Yeah.
I honestly do not watch faithfully. It's
Nobody
already
does.
like
It's okay.
no. It's not that I
Even
don't
if we're
support
I
it.
have a confession to make.
I
do.
I try to when I remember. Obviously, I lack object permanence.
There's
like
so
a
many
motherfucker.
podcasts.
It's not even that I'm competing for podcasts. It's like I'm fucking thinking about or doing something stupid and then forget everything else in my life exists.
Right.
But I do watch it sometimes, and yeah, he seems cool. How did you two meet again? Sorry to cut you off.
The power of Craigslist.
Really, it was Craigslist.
Dude, when I moved,
Nice.
I moved to New York, and I wanted to bring a producer, co-host on, someone that's good with fucking audio, video stuff. And I got a few responses, and then when I talked to him, this motherfucker, like Billy knows how to do everything. Like he works for a fight promotion in Long Island, actually.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah.
Does he train as well?
He did at one point. He used to train at Serra's, Matt Serra's.
Oh shit! Have
Yeah,
you
yeah.
two ever sparred?
No, we haven't had the opportunity. But again, shameless plug, we're doing a fight companion for the Ilya Holloway fight.
Oh, dope.
So that'll be good.
What is a fight companion?
So we'll be live streaming, not the fight, but us talking and
Am I
watching.
supposed to be looking there or at you?
No, look at
Whatever
me.
you want,
Oh, okay.
baby.
I just,
You could do
I never
both.
know. I'm
You
always
could
like, what the
switch.
fuck?
You could get in the front of the fucking camera and smile at it for 20 minutes.
You can do whatever you want.
Anything.
That's the cool thing about podcasts. There's no objective other than us just bullshitting, which is nice.
Right. Oh, so what is a fight companion?
Hey.
Oh, yeah. So we're watching UFC 308, and we're basically almost commentating. We're just talking about what's happening. But we're also talking like we're talking now.
Mm-hmm.
But we're watching the fight, and it's for people who are maybe not catching it at the time. They can listen to us, you know.
Okay, yeah. So it's like a podcast. It's like a live cast. Oh, it's almost like someone's watching you do the. Sorry, I didn't hand it to you because I didn't. You know, you don't always smoke, so. Right. It's like a live cast with anchors where you just don't show the video.
Yeah, we can't show
So
the video.
it's like you're DC and he's Cormier, and people are.
We're the same guy. DC and Cormier.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Joe Rogan is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I'm bald. Well, they're both bald, so he could be John.
Pick one,
Hammond,
anyone.
I guess.
Fuck, I'm higher than I thought. Yeah, so you're like the two anchors or like co-hosts, and you're just narrating what's happening?
Well, yeah, we're going to have two other people come on who've both been on the show, Ruben and Jake, who I do another podcast with, actually.
And they all know MMA as well?
Yeah. Jake works
Oh.
for the Legion of Skanks podcast.
Oh, the guys I saw playing like NBA, 2K, those guys.
No, that's Kevin and the boys. You know, that's
Kevin
Brian
and the boys.
Brian Yepes, his brother.
Oh, his little brother.
It's his little brother.
Yeah.
Kev. They've been friends since high school.
Before that,
Oh, middle school.
middle school. Yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
Wait, so all these people? Wait, you're part of another podcast?
Yeah. It's called Front Me Till Friday, and that's a good name, right?
I like it.
It's not my name. It's not the one I came up with, but
Creative.
yeah, it's a good name. My buddy Jake, he's from Kentucky. So he started a podcast out there, and then he moved to New York, and he wanted to restart it, but he didn't know how. He had a co-host with him in Kentucky, and then me and him met at work.
They have podcasts in Kentucky?
Well, good Lord.
At least 3.
So, they just talk about like a cow that
Yeah,
escaped.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, wow, that's
They're
cool.
like, I fucked my cousin again. I mean,
I'm so dumb. It did not occur to me that they had podcasts coming out of Kentucky. Have you ever been to Kentucky? It's
Probably
like
not.
what's it
It
like?
probably originated
it's like
somewhere
nothing.
else.
It's like if you just had land but no people.
They just have a VPN. It says they're from somewhere else. That's how embarrassed they are. But eventually we met, and he works for one of the biggest podcasts in the country.
No way.
Yeah. He works for Legion of Skanks, and he loves comedy and he loves all that. So he asked me to be on. And what we do is we go in the park, different parks, and we fucking we do a podcast like we're doing, but then we call people over and fuck with them and ask them questions and shit. Like we did an episode in Tompkins Square Park.
Wait, is it?
Thompson
How
Square.
come I haven't seen you do this? Is the IG page like?
No, thank you. I'll pass it to him.
Oh, it's its own podcast. That's why.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna have its own page.
And he barely does anything with it, which sucks. But
What?
Why?
Yeah.
That's like shit.
but on
people
YouTube
wanna
we
see.
have like 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, YouTube's where you get monetization, not Instagram.
What do you mean? Like he's not doing it as often as he should?
Like he doesn't like if we post a clip, he posts it on his own Instagram rather than the other. Instead of building the other one up, his is already built up. Right. I tell him he should do it. But
Yeah. What's his name? Jake.
Jake,
You're mad dumb. Don't do that shit. Obviously.
Fuck you.
No, not fuck.
Shout
him.
out
He's
Jake.
probably a great guy.
You're
no,
not.
he's a great dude.
Yeah, he's
a good
probably a great dude.
You sound
But
like
he just
a
needs to
dirt
fucking-
bag. Just kidding.
dude. So we fuck around in the park. And
Wait, how much training does Jake have?
No, this is a different podcast. Billy is the one who
But
trained.
Jake also has trained, right?
He was in the military. He was in the army.
Oh no, I thought like
Yeah.
MMA training. Okay.
No, well, he knows MMA. That's why I'm inviting him on. And we're boys.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
How
Yeah.
original is that podcast? Because it sounds very original. In New York, probably.
Well, there's a lot of people doing street interviews.
Yeah, that's.
But
You've seen mad videos of that.
But we're doing like a podcast plus street interviews, you know?
Yes.
So we'll talk about something and say it's like cake. We're talking about cake, and then we'll ask somebody, hey, what do you guys think about cake? And then we try to
like
get them
that.
on our side. Jake's really good at that. I'm not good. I try to make it fun and funny. Jake's good at calling people over and fucking with, like, he can keep a straight face with people and say something obscene. I can't do that. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to be good at that.
Yeah. He's a sicko, but it's good for the show. But anyway, who gives a fuck about that?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, sorry.
That sounded
Of course. Sorry, everyone. I have ADHD, and my medication is worn out, and I'm smoking weed and having
Yes.
alcoholic beverages. So
Yeah.
this is going to get sidetracked.
So it's been what, 3 years since you guys been on the pod. A lot has happened.
Wait, but
3 years.
individually, have we been on sooner than 3 years?
Oh yeah. Probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
together.
Together.
When's
the last time
You
you
guys
were?
live together now.
Yeah.
Hey, they're gay.
God damn it. Not this episode. Fuck.
We watched the election and they turned gay immediately after.
Well,
Oh my God, I'm so hot for Trump. Stop it.
We're going to Maine
That
tomorrow.
might have been more than 3 years ago.
At this point, right?
The
Almost
last time you
4.
were on?
It'll be almost 4.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be like 4. Because I've been
That
working
time.
at Vertex for 2.5. And it was before that.
Well, yeah, if you
Like
go
what,
by
before?
election, you know.
Oh, we were doing it. We weren't commenting on the election. We were doing like a.
We were watching and commenting on it. Because it was at a point in time where I had a lot of questions.
Right.
And I knew that you
Oh,
were
fuck.
very into politics and everything, and I wanted to talk about it.
What the fuck was I there for?
You were there to
I
hang
didn't
out,
even live
think.
with
wow.
you.
Yeah,
You were
that's-
just there to hang.
I mean, the election.
you didn't even
is
have a
in-
microphone.
But I said a bunch of shit.
Yes.
The election is in a month, so yeah, it's.
Wow,
been
this
4
is.
years.
Let's do it again.
perfect. What are the
Wow.
odds?
That's wild. Yeah.
Next month we have one scheduled.
That'd be fun.
Every
I would
4
love
years
that.
we'll do something like this.
I do want to do one like that again.
Yeah. Let me know. Let's do it.
Yeah.
This is your
Yeah.
second.
This will keep
studio.
me on track because I lose track of everything. So
Yeah.
if I have a thing to do with you, that'll be good. Because then, like instead of like, oh, I got to remember to text Antonio, and then like weeks go by or something, it's like, oh no, we're collaborating on a thing, and
Right.
I have like a responsibility to do the thing. So then I have like more focus on it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would like to do that if you guys really would.
Yeah, for sure.
And I need to re-listen to the episode. I remember experiencing it, but I never like heard it.
Right.
I also hate how I sound. I know
Everyone
everybody.
does.
Oh,
everybody
you
does.
sound good.
So it's just like
I want to hear how
like
you
hearing
sound.
yourself on an answering machine is just like, well, I mean, you're in podcasts, so
Yeah.
no.
You
I
sound
actually-
good, John.
I appreciate
John
that.
Shy. All right. You sound really nice, actually.
Oh, you're
I would challenge you. Please. Can you do it for me?
Sure, but for you.
Yes.
Yes.
He's
How
gonna
does he
he's gonna
sound?
think. Watch. He's gonna think. Oh, I sound,
John's
I
like,
sound better than
"Hello,
I thought."
everybody.
Say something. Oh, the one time John has nothing to say. What a bullshit. Anyways, can you ask him a question so that he can actually
It's
answer
really
instead
weird
of
to hear
making weird
yourself
dog noises?
as you speak.
What?
It's weird to hear yourself as you speak.
Right. You're hearing yourself. Yeah. You're
It's like fucking me up. It's like when you hear feedback when you're talking to someone on the phone.
But can you
And they're
admit
in
that
their
you
car and
actually?
their volume's too high.
Can you admit you actually sound nicer than you? You sound. You got like. I think it has to do with the mic. If the mic sounds nice, you can enjoy
I
like.
just don't like
the-
my voice.
It's
Oh, God.
also the same thing. Like I mean, I don't know how anybody would ever be able to test this, but again, this just sounds so stupid. Anytime you say like they say, I feel like it's like who the fuck said. But anyway, they say that if you were to see yourself, like if you were able to see yourself, not in a reflection, like if you were in front of yourself, you wouldn't even be able to recognize yourself. That's how different we think
yeah.
we
Well,
look to people.
I believe that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think like I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the sense of like what I look like. I also like can't. They were talking about this at work the other day. I can't like recall what someone looks like very
Yeah.
well, like from
What?
memory.
Really?
Like I don't really think about it. Like I think about my interactions with someone. I think about like stories we've talked about. Like when I think about you, for example, I think about sparring sessions. I think about work you've helped me to get better at throwing the right hand to the body. I think specifically about drunk conversations about feelings and hugging it out and things like that. But I can't remember like what you look like, I guess. Like if someone's
Right.
like, how tall is Antonio? I'd be like, between 5'6" and 6 feet. Like, I don't know. Like, I just can't get
close.
I also can't recall like people's like traits physically and stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
don't
yeah.
pay attention.
Yeah, it's like I can think about the feelings and the thoughts and the memories and
That
stuff
is
like
true,
that,
'cause
but
if
I can't.
Anytime
see
I bring up someone's name to you, I remember you being like, "Oh yeah, the guy that we did this with."
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I like have to attach a memory. I can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried. I've made an effort to try to remember people's names. I'm
Yeah, it's
trying
important.
much harder to try and remember people's names.
How do you
Sure.
do it?
How
What's
do
your
you do
method?
it?
It's super humanizing.
You say it. You say it out loud when you meet him. John. Like you say, "Oh, my name is John." I'm like, "Oh, John. Nice to meet you, John. I'm Antonio." Fuck
That's
me.
twice. You just said his name twice.
Yeah, exactly. John. Hello, John. Yeah.
I would like attach something to it. So I would think like, oh, Rafael, Ninja Turtles, greenish shirt and like camo pants,
Yes.
which have green.
Karate.
So I would think green, Ninja Turtles, Rafael, and it would draw me back to your name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You do nunchucks.
I don't know what, like, yeah, it's like, I just, you do nunchuck. I didn't know which one it was. Yeah. I was like, I don't even know which.
I don't know if he has nunchucks.
No, I do. What's that thing that Electra uses?
I don't know.
Size.
Size. And it's orange.
Size. I
right?
used to use size.
Rafael's
He's
orange?
red.
He's red? Oh, he is red. Yeah.
See, you don't remember me at all.
They're all named after like Renaissance artists.
We're all the same tier.
Yeah.
Raphael,
Yeah.
Michelangelo. What are the other ones?
Leonardo.
Well, I don't know, like, the specific art period. Is it Renaissance? Is that what?
Is that the? No, that might have been.
I have no idea what that, like,
I don't know
stuff
either.
is.
I just.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just spew.
Yeah. No, I mean, it sounded right, but then I was like, I actually don't know. I have no idea.
What's the fourth one? Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Gotcha.
Thank you. I would never figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
My own brother.
Yeah, brother.
And then the rat. That rat dude.
Splinter's
Splinter, no.
Splinter's the villain. What's the rat?
Master Shredder?
Or is Master Shredder the villain?
No, he's the,
He sounds like a good guy, Master
Wait,
Shredder.
Shredder, and who's the other one?
Splinter?
Master
No, it's Master Splinter.
Yeah. Well, because you guys said Splinter was the bad guy, I think. So I was
Splinter
like,
sounds bad.
oh, okay. I was like, I didn't think so, but I just believed you guys because I didn't really know.
Yeah.
Like, that
He's
sounds
a rat.
right.
He's a
They
rat.
sound confident. A lot of times if people just sound confident, I believe it. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
that's fuck.
I do that all the time.
Because I like research things a million times and then still won't say it.
Right.
Like, I'm 99% certain, not certain enough. Like,
Yeah. You think you can say it, and then you start telling it, and then you're like, but then the guy does this, and you can't get it out. You're like, the electrons, they like fuse in a way. They fuse.
some people
They
don't
go in
know.
a circle and fuse.
Some people don't know shit and they're confident as fuck.
Yes, and they rule the world.
I know, yeah.
Yes.
And those are the people
Yes.
that rule the world. And have a good time doing it. That's the thing.
God, Donald
just gonna
Trump
start
is
being more
always so
confident.
confident.
That's what makes him the
They
best.
won him an election. Almost two.
That's
Well,
why people like him.
Maybe almost
Almost two, yeah.
3.
3.
Are you suggesting there was potential tampering
this
in the
time
last
around.
one?
No,
Well, he won one.
yeah. So
first time.
2020 was like a very, very remarkably close election.
Right.
Like anyone who thinks that, sorry, is it okay to bring it? to
Yeah.
you? Oh, okay.
Totally. What the
So-
fuck? We're talking about an election episode.
Sorry, I realize, like, I feel bad about this. I realize that you, as someone who is running a podcast, is probably looking for like some coherent thing or something, and I'm obviously like
Not
not good at it.
entirely.
But if you say like you want
No.
this specific topic, like I could do that.
What's the theme
No,
of today?
This is good. The theme of today is
With the,
no
the,
theme.
The phrase
It's
that you
the
said.
same theme of every episode.
No, the same phrase that you said. Like
She
7
fucking hates
No.
me. That one?
I don't give a fuck.
La 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 la. Oh, I don't give a fuck. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
he
yeah.
said that like 10
That's,
times.
well, that's the theme of my life. So.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, keep going.
Anyway, so I like the way you hold it. Oh, I'm like holding it all different. This is actually really fun. It's like the dopamine.
Yeah, you
hit I
move it
need
around.
every now and
Yeah.
so-
Great.
But anyone who thought that like Biden winning last time portends that he's going to win this time is out of their mind, because Biden barely fucking won. Like, yeah, he won by enough like popular votes. It still wasn't a huge margin, but he certainly won. But like the way the Electoral College works, I mean, in Pennsylvania, in I think Georgia, in a few of these states, Wisconsin, Michigan, battleground states must win. Biden wins by like 30,000 votes, 25,000 votes, 20,000.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking lot. That's not a lot in Pennsylvania. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's not a lot in Wisconsin. It wouldn't even be that much in Rhode Island. It would be significant here.
Yeah.
But like in most of these states, it's not even significant. I mean, Biden barely it's like the margin of victory is that big. It's
Right.
so minuscule. And you know, the people who think like, oh yeah, we did it last time, we're going to do it this time, they have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, Trump is now just for the first time even with Harris. And after she's done like a series of interviews recently, and I think after those, I think Trump goes back to the lead. She looks like a fucking idiot. and she's bad
think
on
so?
topics.
What did you think in the last debate? I thought
That her
she looked good.
Yeah, I mean, she like. Are you asking who won the debate, or like?
What do you think about it? Like, not necessarily who won. I guess if you want to say who won.
She looked good because she had better tactics.
Right.
That's like
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, it's like if someone fights a good fight or spars really well, and then you watch them on pads around the bag, and you're like, or shadowboxing, you're like, oh, you're not actually that good, but you're good at Sean Strickland's like a good example of this.
Right.
None of his punches or kicks like particularly look that good, but he can perform it in the scenario he needs to. So it's like that's what Harris did. She didn't tactically do anything brilliant, but her strategy was amazing.
Yes.
And it was to goad Donald Trump into fights that he couldn't win, and that he would, like, talking about crowd size, what does that have to do with the answer that she was, answering the question she was asked?
She knew that would hit a nerve.
That has nothing to do with anything. It literally was like,
People are
I'm going to
leaving
put the
his
treat
audience.
right here. And then obviously your dog runs up and eats the fucking treat. Like,
Yes.
Donald Trump can't help himself. She like lobbed the grenade and he caught it and then looked at it and then it blew up on him,
Right.
So yeah, I wasn't impressed by what Harris did. There was nothing of substance. She like almost out-trumped Trump.
Right. Which is kind of, by him, he changed the game in the way that, like, you can just talk shit about the other person.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that, I completely agree with you. Both of them were saying nothing. Pretty much.
Yeah.
They were pretty much saying nothing. And you still came away with somebody in your mind like, I think that one won,
Oh, she definitely did.
I thought she won too. Yeah.
If you were looking for substance, they both lost.
You don't even need to talk about substance anymore.
Yeah, but
Do they usually talk like that? Like,
Not
well,
since
where they don't have
Trump.
substance?
yeah, in the
or
Trump era they do. Yeah,
Bruh.
with no substance?
You ever see the video? There's like a video.
yeah, much less substance.
There's like a video of like, they show like the old debates and the orator, who's the person that directs the debate, the people that are sitting there, what would you call them? Moderator.
Yeah.
The moderator will ask a question to try and get them to shit on the other person. They're like, well, I don't really, I don't want to shit on them, quote unquote. I may disagree with what they say, but I don't want to shit on them. Now it's like fucking viral. Go viral. If you want to be president, you just got to go viral. That's all you got to do. Just go
It's fundamental.
get a dope-ass soundbite. Many men. When that shit happened, bro,
that people on
there were
their
so
side-
many memes.
that
when he
people on
got-
their side would share. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're right. Anybody would share. When dude got hit in the fucking ear, all the
perfect
many men
example.
fucking everything. That's all you need.
It was a great photo.
Yeah.
Him raising his fist after like bleeding with the 3 Secret Service people, I think, around him, like carrying him off.
Yeah.
Also, they did a bad job. Like, you're supposed to cover him so he doesn't get shot again, but like they kind of failed
One
on
of them
him.
did.
That's like this whole thing there. The Secret Service director resigned, and like the Secret Service is this broken system that needs to be like completely reformed. But personally, I don't care because I don't care. I hate these people. So if they all got assassinated, like,
It'd be sick.
I think it would be better
Yes.
for everybody. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. Like, I don't want
Take
to do
that,
political
YouTube algorithm.
violence.
Yeah, we're gonna clip that.
No.
Perfect.
That's
You're
part
gonna
of the
get
show.
banned before you know it.
Oh,
Put it
We
on
talk
Twitter.
about
it'll be
horrible
fun.
shit.
you can
without any
bleep
qualms.
that out for YouTube if you need
No,
to.
I don't do that.
You don't
no.
edit
I don't
shit.
do any of that. The fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Forgot your bread.
But yeah, like, I think that picture is one of the most. It's going to be one of the most iconic pictures in American
It
history.
is a cool ass picture.
It's gonna surpass
at very
yeah,
least.
whatever's going on. It's just gonna live in the
Yeah, it's fucking not just cool. I mean,
100 years after.
we're so polarized now. This often happens. Like, historians will take a look at a president many years later, 50 years later, 60 years later, 80, 100 years later, and it's much easier to be objective because you're not involved. You don't you don't feel the like weight of Roe v. Wade being appealed versus,
Yeah.
do we codify it with the Congress or
Everybody thinks they'd be the hero in those days.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
thinks like
But even if
know.
they didn't think that, just like everybody's invested, We're all
Right.
like we have opinions about it. But like, if I asked you about the gold standard debate versus silver to back up currency in the 1800s, you don't have an opinion.
right.
You don't give a fuck. You're like, I guess I'll read about that, and it's more objective at least. And
I guess I'll read about that as generous. Most people would be like, "What?
what's
Get the
that?
fuck out of here."
Wait, what did you say?
I said maybe I'll read about it as a generous response.
Oh yeah, right.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but I think like when history looks back on Donald Trump like doing this and like
Right.
bleeding,
Yeah.
I think no matter how they feel about the guy, it's gonna be like
There's gonna be
iconic.
t-shirts.
Badass,
There
yeah.
probably already is t-shirts.
Well, it's just
Definitely
it will be
t-shirts.
in history.
Do you
books.
think that's
Yeah.
It'll be a picture of him doing this will be in a history book.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Do
like
you- do you-
objectively.
Do you think that's the coolest picture a former president has ever taken, or are there cooler pictures?
Ooh.
Oh no, I don't think it's the coolest.
What other ones are there? There's pictures of Barack smoking cigs. Those are cool.
No,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Are you saying
I don't
as
think
president
as-
though?
It could
Because
be
that's
if they were
If you're saying as president, that's one thing. If you're saying in their life, yeah, there's mad cool shit that presidents have done and shit.
let's say related to
Like
politics.
Teddy Roosevelt fucking leading a charge up San Juan Hill.
That is
Now
dope.
it's deeply problematic and colonialist, and he was racist and all these things. But if we're talking about Trump and him in the same vein, whatever, it's just a historical fact. Look at pictures of him charging San Juan Hill
I gotta look at pictures.
with the Rough Riders,
Yeah.
Colonel Roosevelt.
Oh, can Marty be our Jamie?
I'm pretty sure
Ed,
about
can you pull that
everything
up?
I just said, but like just to look at. Or?
Yes.
The
Wanna
bull
look at it.
moose.
I wanna see
The
a
bull
picture.
Oh, we
moose
could have put
part.
it on the projector,
Yes.
and we could have
Yes,
had
man.
Ed Bluetooth in.
Yeah, I know.
Son of
I
a
want to
bitch.
see it right now. Like it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The Rough Riders. Well, he got shot, ate it, finished his
Speech. Yeah, it was
Right.
because his speech
Motherfucker.
was so thick
He was a bad motherfucker.
that as it was folded in his like breast pocket,
And it was folded.
it was in there.
yeah.
What's that? Yeah,
And it was folded.
yeah.
That's
Homeboy ran up
crazy.
on the stage and shot him.
So imagine it wasn't folded. It was just like regular.
Well, no, it was a thick ass speech. It's because this motherfucker didn't shut up.
And guns in those days were dog shit. So, he said, boom.
really?
And it was like, fuck,
So
I
a
didn't kill
combination
him.
of that. Wow. But
They were decent enough.
Really?
Like
Was Colt out by then, you think?
Billy.
Billy.
I think Colt is the late 1800s.
So, yeah, probably, right?
Ed, can you look up Colt? Yeah, Colt, the
He
company.
legit just became our
When did that
Colt 45.
when did that company form? Is it like the
Afro Man
1860s?
started it. He said Colt 4.
But then I
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, 1855. Okay,
Yeah.
so that means
So the guns were good.
Union troops probably rode into battle with Colts at the
Right.
hip, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean like actually one of the most famous trick shots ever, I can't remember her name. She was like a Wild West show trick shot. Her biggest regret.
Jamie the gun.
What's that?
Jamie the gun.
Yeah, it's shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like her biggest regret was not shooting Kaiser Wilhelm II, like leading up to the First World War, because she shot the ashes off of his cigar.
Whoa.
So they were
As a
pretty
trick?
good. Like, what's that?
As a trick?
As a trick, yeah. She had like
Wow.
if I said the name, it's like a famous Wild West name, but I can't think of it. off the top of my
Calamity
head.
Jane.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
That's a real lady.
But yeah,
Damn.
she like
Wow, that's nuts. You know William S. Burroughs, the writer?
Sounds familiar. I don't know.
I don't know.
He wrote Junk about doing heroin and shit. He was like a beat poet. back in
Sounds
the day.
sounds interesting. Though.
But anyway,
You might have told me about him.
He fucking killed his wife doing a William Tell trick. He was trying to shoot an apple or something off her head. Boom! Clap that bitch. Wild, right?
Was he doing tons of drugs or?
I feel like
He,
had to,
yeah, I mean, he out of the beat poets, he lived the oldest, and he did probably the most outlandish shit, drugs and everything.
Like he didn't do that sober though, right?
I doubt it.
Oh God.
Yeah, I doubt it. But I also don't know the age and everything. It's just a story I heard.
Yeah, obviously he didn't want to shoot her too. He like,
Yeah.
God, you would hope not at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
missed.
Who knows? Wanted his way out.
Nuts.
Yeah, some of those writers, some of them are just fucking, they're very tragic. A lot of them. Ernest Hemingway.
I don't know shit about Ernest Hemingway. I mean, I know the name, but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
really
yeah.
know.
Well, I mean, he killed himself. Hunter S. Thompson killed himself.
Oh, Hemingway did too?
Yeah. With
Oh,
a
wow.
fucking shotgun.
God damn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's like one of the most influential writers ever.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard his name like everywhere. I just never looked into.
Right.
When did he die? Like what year?
I want to say like the 50s.
Oh, so he's like 1900s. Okay.
Yeah. I want to say the 50s. But he influenced the beat poets, and then the beat poets influenced the hippies, and
What's a beat poet?
it was like this like style of writing that emerged in the late 50s, early 60s, led by William S. Burroughs.
It's like the Beatniks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Beatniks had like I'm overgeneralizing here, but they would do like interpretive like poetry and writing, and it started to become like more introspective and like
people started
raw,
to raw,
and like
Yeah.
they would typically wear like turtlenecks with like a sweater or sweatshirt esque like up to the neck.
and a Kangol, like a Kangol
Yeah.
hat. Yeah, and they'd be like, it's like the guy you think of, like generic poet guy.
Right.
He's got like a cigarette, and he's
Oh,
like,
a snap was a part of their like spoken
Oh,
poetry too.
okay.
Yeah.
They just say like normal shit, but with a cool voice. Like I wake up
Wow, it's a whole style.
in the morning, and
Well,
the
yeah, somebody
sun-
had to do it first because everybody was doing like typical iambic pentameter, just like
Yeah,
reading like poetry you would learn in school.
and it was like fringe. Obviously, it was like fringe. It was like the counterculture of the time.
It's more like stream of
Oh.
consciousness. That's when you get like stream of consciousness
Yeah.
widely introduced. Like just thoughts on paper as opposed to like, oh, I'm putting this in iambic pentameter or, like I'm
Having a
writing
format.
haiku or something.
Yeah.
No format.
Like you read Jack Kerouac, and it's like it's long ass drawn out sentences with no commas, no punctuation, just nothing. It's just blah 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 blah. And he would write in a way where he would write on one big roll, like this was like typewriting in those days, so it was like a roll, and he would just write on a big fucking circular roll. He wrote his
wow.
he wrote like his first book, or his first major book, High on some kind of speed. I forget what it was called.
Oh shit.
And he wrote in like 14 hours on a thing like that.
Do you
Yeah.
have like a work that you would recommend from him?
On the Road. On the Road is the
On
one
the
I was
Road?
just referencing, actually.
Oh, his first one?
That was like his big break. Yeah. That was like his
Oh,
first
okay.
his first novel. And then The Subterraneans is good too. That's a good one too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have to read some of it.
But yeah, there's something about those guys. They all fucking they go wild, some of them. It's almost
they're,
like
introverts.
yeah, they spend a lot of time. Bukowski's
Thinking.
another one.
Writing.
Yeah.
I've heard of Bukat, don't know anything about him.
They'll just spend a lot of time alone. And they just fucking get hammered.
Does their poetry reflect that?
Some of those guys, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, I think like
But that's the best art, I
when
think.
you have a ton of time alone, it's bad for you because we're social animals that crave like socializing. But also it's good for art because you are alone, so you'll just produce things.
Yeah.
Eventually you would, whether you're very motivated or unmotivated, even if you were unmotivated, you would eventually just get bored of doing nothing and want to do something. So something's going to get produced. If you're really creative, maybe it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe most people who are there just like produce dog shit. Who knows? But like somebody's going to shine through.
It's a good excuse to fuck off, I'll tell you that much. It's I'm working on my art. That's why I'm getting hammered. I'm getting fucked up in this bar.
Made Ed laugh from the background.
I'm getting fucked up in this bar 4 nights a week so I can write. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, my dad was just an artist all along.
Yes. That's exactly it. Guys, we need to take a pause. I need to pee bad.
Ooh.
I need to pee bad. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. We're back.
We're back and we're black.
This lady-
By the way, you were at 34 minutes.
Oh, I know. I
Just
need to
to-
pee. I need to pee bad. I do like writing.
You should text it to him so he has it. He knows exactly when.
No, don't worry about it.
The what?
Bro, this is the kind of thing I'm gonna text it.
Wait, text
What's
him
the
one.
kind of thing?
What did you say? 34 minutes?
34 minutes.
I already knew that. I said it when I came up.
Really? But how are you gonna remember that, bro?
Kid, my mind is a fucking locked box filled with horrible terrors.
Let me go in there.
No, get out of here.
I sent it anyway, even though.
Aha! Now you have a 34-minute text.
Now I'm mad. No, but I do like writing in a bar. This is nice. There's something about it.
Writing
this
in a bar?
specific bar that I go to. I brought you to it.
Yeah.
Coyote Club.
That's
that-
the bar?
That
I'll
dark
have to
bar.
come with you.
I go
Holy
in there.
shit.
It's
I'll have
nice.
to come.
That's
I
a
gotta
nice
visit.
bar.
I'm overdue.
Has a very nice aesthetic.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
It's like perfect for writing.
anywhere. I like writing anywhere.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. If it's like not late at night, I usually go to a cafe that I live right next to, which is great. Cafes are lovely.
Cafes are lit.
You meet lovely baristas.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, that's great.
You're going to go to more of
Good
them.
Lord. Ooh, let me tell you that story I was alluding to
Please.
earlier. I hit a New York milestone, guys.
What's that?
You got into drugs.
A crackhead lady offered to blow me for money.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's the dream.
Yeah, that's great.
He's like, wow, lovely. Yeah, it's nice, right?
Good, come on.
All right. So this is how it happened. It's great. This is a fun story. So I was leaving that bar. I had a show in Staten Island. It's that beautiful, lovely Staten Island. Shout out Patrick Haggerty for the spot. And I was alone. I left the bar, and I was going to meet a buddy who was on the show also at another bar closer to the Staten Island Ferry. On my way there, I'm walking, and there's a lady, and she's in front of me, walking as well. And she turns around. She's asking everybody, you coming to my wedding? You coming to my wedding? And then she turns around and looks at me right in the face. She's like, you coming to my wedding? And I was like, yeah, for sure. For sure, I'll be there. Definitely. I was like, I'm ready to entertain this lady. I want to talk to her. Because I like doing that.
What was her
yeah.
appearance? She was like clearly homeless, like disheveled and sort of like.
She was talking about how she was in a shelter and she just got out of jail 2 days ago or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, got it.
So she was high level, very high level grappling this lady has.
We want to do the shot over here on this.
All right, yeah, let's do the shot.
We don't want people.
This is good. We're going to do a shot.
We're going to zoom in on the...
Man, we don't get fucked up on the podcast anymore, if I'm being honest. It happens occasionally.
Well, I mean, we're not getting. Damn, I was trying to avoid exactly that. You put it over the.
Bing.
To the podcast.
Alcohol ASMR.
I was like, let's do it over here so we don't have to put any alcohol.
No,
over there.
what are you talking
Antonio
about?
slowly does it.
Steady as fuck, bro. I'm still a server.
Oh shit! All right, yeah. True that.
Oh, man. That was a big-ass shot.
So she said,
was.
"Are you
Damn.
coming to my wedding?"
You coming to my wedding? She's in front of me. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll be there for sure. I got you. But we're walking the same way now. So she's talking to me how she just got out of jail and her man and whatever. I'm gonna go. My man got some good dick. He got some good dick. I'm gonna go see my man after this. I'm like, oh, nice. And then she starts looking at me and she's like, you got a body like my man. I fuck the shit out of you right now. And this lady, obviously ratted hair, missing teeth, all fucked. But I'm talking to her. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. That's so nice. I was flattered. It was lovely. And we're walking. And she's like, I'm about to go to the park and go to sleep.
Here we go.
She's like, you want to walk me there? Like, she's inviting me to her place. This is
Pretty much what it is.
Oh God!
No, but I didn't go with her, of course. I was like, no, I'm going somewhere. And then she walked with me another block. She's like, oh, and then she kept walking with me. I'm like, all right. And she keeps going. And then she asked me for money eventually. She's like, do you have any money? And I really didn't have any money. I didn't have any cash. And I was like, no, I don't. I'm sorry. And she's like, well, can you pray for me? And I'm like, yeah, I got you. I'll pray for you. And then she turns around and then she comes back, gets real close to me. She looks me in the eye and she goes, I bet if I gave you some head, you'd have some money for me. And I was like, well, I mean, maybe. No.
As Benjamin says, yes.
But it was nice. I was floating on air for the rest. I had a good set. It was good.
Of
I was like,
course.
hey, crackhead lady, come, come say what up.
That's beautiful. Do you think you'll ever do something for the story, for the sake of the story? I think you might be too
All
grown
it takes for me to do something is if someone says it'd be funny. Honest to
Oh
God.
yeah, you need someone to.
Honest to God, if I had texted that to somebody, do it, and they were like, "That'd be funny," I'd be like,
Watch this.
John is incredibly uncomfortable.
I'm thinking of what would have happened if you
Well,
actually went.
Dude,
You walked
my
with
dick would
her.
have disintegrated. It would have disappeared.
I have very, obviously mixed and varied feelings on this because I work with that population in particular.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm all about like humanizing people, but also like, if a person needs to make money that way, that's how they got to make money. Like there's
Right.
with like the sex work conversation, and obviously there's intersecting things. There's being unhoused, the carceral system and how that contributes, and then also sex work. So, but I mean, people are either pro or anti sex work, but I think it's much more complicated than that.
Right.
You also have to think about the nature of work. We're not even created to work. We're not supposed to work, like none of us. You know what I mean?
That's something nobody ever considers.
It's a fucking
until
weird
recently.
thing. Yeah, so it's like people who are empowering sex workers, which is awesome. Like I think everybody should be empowered. It's still
But let me offer you this, all right? Animals that aren't us are working habitually. Like they are doing it because that's all they know, but they are working to get food,
oh yeah.
to hunt, to fucking shelter, whatever. We've created our own version of that where we feel like we have to do the same thing. So it kind of taps into...
Keeps us busy.
Yeah. Even if you were to move out to the wild today and you were like, I got a Bowie knife and 3 pairs of underwear.
Sure, I understand what you're saying. You're
Right.
doing work, and that's totally true.
Right.
What I mean to say is that we're doing meaningless work.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not necessity.
yeah.
We've
we're-
attached it to necessity, though, because if you don't work, you don't live.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But I would go to that. We are made to be animals. We are made to have sex, procure and consume food and beverage, and expel waste, and like move around, play, and like that's why working out is kind of a weird concept because, early people didn't need to work out. Life was a workout.
Right. How do you feel about the sentiment of like a pill or an injection that makes you fit? If there was one that came out tomorrow that they were like,
Be awesome.
and they put it in you and you're fit, you don't have to exercise, you're just fit as fuck.
One less thing to do.
But like it doesn't. They don't find out that it gives you cancer. It's not like,
Let's say that's the case.
and it's fine for you.
Yeah.
There's no like real risk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because a lot of people argue it's like, well, you need to exercise to get the hard.
You gotta work for
You gotta, yeah, right. You gotta get
Oh,
the
I don't
hardship.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Right.
Yeah. I just like. Luckily, I think martial arts are really fun.
Right.
So I still do them. Like tonight, I'm skipping a jiu-jitsu class.
We're gonna punch each other in the head later.
Oh yeah. We're gonna
Stay
spar
tuned for that.
Oh,
yeah,
we've
I
been
forgot about
drinking
that.
this whole time, so it's
Yeah,
gonna be fun.
Whatever.
We're gonna drink some more.
I've sparred these guys when I
Oh,
was
me too.
pissed drunk before.
I went to Rogue Island, got dropped, and I had drank like two pints before that.
Damn.
Oh, when you went?
Yeah.
Oh wait, did we talk about? Yeah, we did talk.
I got hit with like,
Yeah.
I got dropped twice with liver shots.
You
But
did well
anyway.
there, though.
Throw
It's
up.
all right.
Throw up?
I mean,
You
you
live
guys
and
do
you learn.
well.
No, throw
Actually,
up.
I'm excited to spar you.
Congrats.
We haven't sparred in.
We used to spar all the time.
Have we not sparred in like 2 years?
Probably.
Holy shit!
'Cause when I lived
at
in
Rogue, did we
Connecticut-
spar at Rogue?
Yeah, but you had there was like an injury you were overcoming. So
My
we went
calf.
very light.
I tore my calf.
Yeah, yeah.
I
We
see a
went-
niece still. I go to Triforce.
Yeah.
Like Pete and I are, hey, how's it? You know, like
That was 2 years ago.
we're like kind of cool now because I worked at CES for a while and was doing the social media stuff, so I'd see him all the time.
Right.
What's that?
So that was 2 years ago already with your
That
calf.
No, my calf is. I thought it was 2 years ago. I was wrong.
That
He's
was
just saying
that
we
was
weren't
this year.
sparring, like, yeah, because I tore my calf
That's what I
like
thought.
last January or February or something. So
Is that the last time I was here? It must have been.
No, you
no.
were here earlier
I didn't
this-
spar for a while. So you
Okay.
you must have come up like in the spring,
Spring. Yeah, that could be it.
like maybe May, maybe April,
Probably.
something like that. Because I was full like back to sparring,
Yeah.
but
We,
Yeah.
we did 2 episodes, I think.
March
2
maybe.
podcasts.
Right.
Could've been
We
even
did.
mid-March.
So you
We
came
did,
here
we did.
earlier
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, wow, that's going to be great to spar. And I'm pretty much recovered. I'm like 80 to 90% recovered from the appendectomy.
Let's go.
Right.
Yeah,
What
I
did
can
that
take-
feel like? What happened? Like when it burst? How did you know it burst? What did you like keel over? You were like,
No, it was this slow descent. Like I woke up a little bit earlier than usual, but not anything crazy. And I felt like I had to take a shit. I just felt constipated. I'd never been constipated before though, so I was like, "Is this what constipation feels like?" And
really?
I just
I've
like
been
thought,
constipated.
"Yeah, that must be it." And so, like, it feels like you have to poop
Same.
and you can't. Yeah, no, I know. I'm super thankful. Like,
It's the worst.
a lot of shit about my body is like people get headaches all the time. They
Yeah.
don't feel good randomly. Like I never feel that way. I'm like, shit. I'm mad lucky. Like I'm thankful. I'm not like abusing it. You know?
Right.
If there's like some universal
You got the luck of the
morality,
draw.
which I don't think there is, I'm just like thankful for it. But yeah, like so I'm like, this must be what being constipated feels like. And then I start thinking, am I nauseous too? Like what the fuck's going on? And then I like threw up. I was like, I think I still have to take a shit. It's so weird. And then I threw up again. And then I noticed like I couldn't really walk anymore. Like the pain was still there. And it was like, it was not super sharp, but I just had this overwhelming feeling like systemically, like if I tried to grab something and grip it, I would be weaker. Like everything was weird.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? So I'm a dumbass. I went to work. I got myself together, got in my car, went to work, grabbed my laptop thinking, I must have food poisoning. I'll be over it by like, food poisoning usually doesn't even last 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to be good. Grab my laptop, saw my boy Santiago. Shout out to Santi. And I'm like, oh, bro, I'll be working from home later. Like, you'll see me. And then I get back here. I didn't even get to put my laptop away because I started feeling like really bad. And I was on the couch laying right where you are right now, curled up in the fetal position. And I kept thinking like, oh, I'll feel better any minute now. This is weird because I don't go through a lot of that type of shit. I'm just like
I'll
fucking
be
stupid
fine.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I'm like,
Sleep it off.
I'm like, oh yeah, like it'll be whatever.
Yeah.
And then
It wasn't
really was not whatever. It was like,
Fuck.
yeah. So then I knew I had to go to the hospital. But I was trying to hold out. My friend Nicole, I was on the phone with her, and she was like, you have to go to the hospital. Like, she's like, I'm coming to get you. And I had an appointment. So my cat's been dying. Well, has passed now. But
R.I.P. punk ass.
yeah, thanks, man.
People does.
But I was so like determined to make sure she got to her vet appointment that even though I felt like I was dying, I was like, I just have to like do enough to get to the vet appointment and then I can go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And so when I was talking to Nicole, I was like, yo, can you take punk ass to the appointment and I'll figure out a way to the hospital? And she's like, no, you're a dumbass. I'm going to take you to the hospital. We can figure out the vet appointment later. She took me there. Immediately, I'm laying on the emergency room floor. A cop comes to fuck with me. He's pissed that I'm laying on the floor. I can't get up, though.
Yeah.
Like, by this point, it's just like, I guess it really didn't degrade that slowly. I guess it happened pretty fast, like between 6 a.m. and like This is like 11:30 or something.
Oh,
or
wow.
12.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like laying on the emergency room floor, and I'm like semi-convulsing, but I'm also just like, I can't get up, and I'm trying to argue with this cop, but I can't do it. And Nicole had to like do all the negotiating for me and shit.
Right.
I always say she saved my life. Like, it's kind of a joke because I would have been okay either way. Like, people wouldn't have let me die on the floor. But
Right.
yeah, like she kind of like negotiated with the nurses and like and the cop and everybody.
How bad did it get? Were you weren't able to talk? It was just so.
Yeah, I was passing out. Like, so like they brought me in and did some tests, and they got like an IV in my arm. And actually, I got to see Otto, who is a black belt at my school. He's also an ER doctor.
Yeah.
And I got to chat with him briefly. That was cool. But yeah, then at every point I couldn't like walk. Like, people had to help me walk, and like I couldn't like stand up straight. I was like curled over, and then like I go back out to the waiting room at Rhode Island Hospital, and I fell asleep sleeping on the chairs like multiple times. It's weird because when you're in pain, you have a headache or something, you can't sleep, right? Like, you know how a pain keeps you up?
Yeah.
I had so much pain that I like,
It would pass you out.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
actually just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't handle like
Wow.
just being awake, like was too much. So yeah, it was just like knocking me the fuck out for like periods of time.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're just getting rocked the whole time.
Yeah, until they started giving me pain meds. And then I felt
Throw
a
in the
lot
towel.
better.
Come on, ref.
Like
Stop
Dilaudid.
it.
Oh my god, dude, Dilaudid.
You're
Like,
high as fuck on
yo,
the
if somebody listening to this wants to get me mad Dilaudid, like I won't do
I
it
had
all at
Dilaudid.
once.
I had it before.
Like as a drug?
In the hospital. Yeah.
Oh, no. I want to do it like recreationally. This shit was fucking lit. I think it
nice.
was awesome. Like, it was
I wanted
so
more.
good. Yeah.
I felt like they didn't give me enough.
Where were you in the hospital for at the time?
I tore my labrum.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
First time?
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Mount Greylock. Arr.
Is that the hospital?
There's the Battle of Mount Greylock.
That's where you did it?
Yeah. At the
first
tournament. At the tournament.
I was gonna say I thought you did it wrestling. Oh, it's the
Yeah.
Greylock tournament.
Mount Greylock.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because we hike a lot, I was thinking that you meant hiking Greylock. I was like, this kid didn't tear his shoulder hiking Greylock.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking weird,
What a
dude.
pussy.
I know. Soft
It's
as
like
fuck.
a hard walk. How'd you tear it? Like, did you fall mad hard?
I
Like,
brought my friend on that, and at the top, he was gassed as fuck, and he's like, bro, you did that like it was like you weren't doing anything. Like,
well, but it's not hard
right.
if you're a serious hiker, which
Yeah.
you are. Yeah, but for like someone who's just like reasonably fit or active, I might not even take them on Greylock.
As I vape.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was smoking weed. We're drinking booze. We're gonna go kick each other in the face after having drank.
Sweet.
How
That
dumb
is
are we?
fun. No, that's
Not
fun.
very.
But,
Oh yeah, Dilaudid's lit.
and the appendix.
Oh, but eventually, sorry,
Yeah.
one more thing. I know
All
I
right.
ramble. Eventually, the pain got so high that it's like 8 p.m. They were already supposed to bring me in for surgery. Last surgeries are somewhere in the late evening. I'm like thinking, looking at the clock, like, oh shit, I'm not going to get in. Oh shit, why am I worried? Oh, it's because the Dilaudid's not working like it used to. They started doubling up on pain meds, and it got me through to like 1 or 2 a.m. But then I start passing out from the pain again. Because I guess it actually did.
Damn.
People are like, oh, did your appendix burst? I'm like, no, I think it was just like gangrenous. And that's like what they told me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I talked to my surgeon in the follow-up, and he's like, oh, yeah, your appendix burst.
Oh,
He's
shit.
like, do you think it's just randomly gangrenous? I'm like, oh, all right, like fucking released whatever. And
Yeah.
yeah. So they didn't do the surgery till like the following morning at 8 a.m. And I remember getting wheeled out, like finally waking up. I'm like, my head's rolling and shit. And every bump hurts. But like with every bump, pain of like just like going over a threshold, just onto the elevator. Every time it hurts, feels like I'm getting shot. But I'm like, I'm one step closer to getting this thing the fuck out of me.
Right.
I couldn't wait. The pain was like delightful. It was the best pain ever. Because each step was like just a little bit fucking closer.
Yeah.
And
I
then they
feel
did the
that.
weirdest thing. So you imagine surgery to be like this really official thing, right? Like kind of like well regulated and like
Yeah.
I'm on the gurney and there's the operating table, and they're like, "Oh, do you mind like?" They like put me over a little bit, but they were like, "Do you mind like scooching?" I was like, "Scooching?" Oh, like they're like, "Yeah, to the right a little bit more." And I was like, "All right, like
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Just
and
squirm
they've already
over
put,
there.
like, some shit in me. I'm like, I'm pretty fucking chill. I have the pre-anesthetic shit in already, so I'm like fucking just chilling.
Yeah.
But I was like now I'm getting anxiety thinking about it. But at the time I was like, oh yeah, move. Wait, oh, a little more this way. Okay.
Just move this way, yeah.
I was like, can I just like lay back now? Oh yeah, you're fine.
Wow.
Okay. And then I go out. Like they put more shit.
Yeah.
But it was weird. It was like not.
Just scooch.
Yeah, it wasn't as official. And I was like, can I lay back now?
They're talking to you like you're in the 3rd grade. Crisscross applesauce, please.
I just imagined surgery like somewhere in my brain. I imagined it was this highly official thing, like every movement you make and everything.
There's
They're
doctors that go on break. There's surgeons that go on break in the middle
Really?
of surgery.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, my mom would tell me about that shit. That there was this one specific guy that would fucking in the middle of a thing. He's like, "Well, this guy's gonna be out for like 8 hours, so I'm gonna go eat quick, and I'll come back." Like the whole room's sterile. He'll be fine.
Wait, like, but he has to get food in the hospital, right?
Yeah. Like he'll
this
go out.
motherfucker can't drive out and get in an accident and not come back. I'm like, oh
I
my
wasn't even
god,
thinking of that. He just
Bro.
gets fucked up. He throws a couple back.
Just going to Wendy's.
No.
Honestly, bro, it's kind of scary. Even like going to the cafeteria
Yeah.
because like, what if he like twisted
Trips.
his ankle?
They gotta call in the backup.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you probably always have like residents around and shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, all right, bro, you're gonna snip right there. No, I said there, not there.
Fuck. Someone Google it.
Yeah, the shit was just less official than I thought. I remember being like on the OR table, and I'm like,
Yeah.
move over. All right,
Yeah.
can I lay back? Oh yeah, you're good. I was like,
Yeah. Make yourself at home.
Please.
I'm just like,
We're going to slice you.
I remember thinking, but I didn't say it because I was still in a lot of pain. I was like, how do I lay? Like, what should I? And then the guy came up, the anesthesiologist, and he's just like, all right, you're going to go to sleep now. And I was like, all right, bro. And then just like, boom.
Wow. That's nice. That is nice. My dad loves the anesthesia. When he wakes up,
Oh, it's lit. It's
dude,
weird.
I remember seeing my dad. I don't remember what surgery it was, but he's waking up talking about how Dr. Kevorkian is like the best.
Oh, wow.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's like, fuck it, I'll die.
I'd say yes.
Hell yeah. When you have no anxiety like that,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
just
just
great.
lit.
You guys see the Suicide Pod? You heard of the Suicide Pod?
No, I'm terrified to hear about this now.
Not podcast, but like a pod, where like if you choose to end your life, like euthanasia, you it's like a pod. It's like a
May have
thing
heard of
that
it.
you like sit in.
Oh, yeah. It's like in Sweden or Switzerland or some shit.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like.
And you like lay in it with like your wife or
I
whatever,
feel
and
like
you
Switzerland
both.
doesn't make sense. Sweden, probably.
And they play "Don't Fear the Reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain."
I don't want to die to that song.
That's the song about dying, but it's like, don't be a bitch about it, dying.
One time, the last time I was put to sleep, I had a colonoscopy done.
Ooh.
But then I woke up. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. It's very comforting. They actually put me to sleep because the first time they tried to do it while I was still awake, and that shit hurt. I could feel everything.
Really?
Oh, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You felt them in your ass?
Oh yeah, it hurt. It hurts. It hurts. You feel
hurts.
everything. They try to keep pushing forward with the camera, and you're just like,
And it's like
stop! It just hurts more and more and more.
and it's like a
gets worse.
CBS camera,
Yeah, I was
like a
looking at
big
my
one.
own asshole.
like a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Like on the
this
side of
one.
the octagon, you know? It's like one of those big cameras they shove in your ass.
I'd like to imagine. Open up my hole finally.
John Anik is like, and his colon is inflamed.
But when I woke up, I was just like so cool about everything. I was like, yeah. And then I saw a prisoner. He was in handcuffs and everything. And I was like, what's up, bro? How was it for you? He's like, oh, yeah, everything's good. And I was like, as I try to leave, they wheelchaired me out. I was like, yeah, have a good day, man. And then the nurse was like, oh, no, we're not going to do that.
Wow.
She's like, oh, it's not, this is not the place. She said, I remember she said, this is not the place to make friends. And I was like, it doesn't matter where you make friends. I said something like that. No, it doesn't. I was trying to dap up this, and the cop was right there. He didn't give a shit. He doesn't care, but I was like, what up, man? Have a good day.
That's awesome.
I wanted to like just.
You wanted to reach out.
I just wanted to say what up.
Yeah.
I
and
feel
then
that.
and then the nurse was like, nope, because he's a prisoner. I don't know. I was gonna hand him a knife or something.
He's a human.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fuck the carceral system and the dehumanization it creates.
Yeah, I felt that.
Also, yay on drugs.
Oh yeah, drugs are good.
I woke up from getting my wisdom teeth removed after they had injected me with the first round of whatever it was, the sedative. My mom was in the room, and I looked at her. I was like, yo. I was like, is that bitch gone? And she goes, what bitch? And I was like, oh, that fucking nurse. Is she gone? We need to. This shit's good. We got to get more of this shit. And she goes, John, you're sitting in the chair. It's been 20 seconds. She's right
Holy
there.
shit.
I was like, I don't think you're a bitch. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, I love
And,
you.
and she just, she looked at me and she was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I really just meant like, is this person, I was like, I got to work on that. I probably shouldn't. I was like 22 or something. I'm just
Yeah.
having this conversation. And she's like, it's okay. It's okay. I was like, all right. Yeah, really
Thanks,
sorry.
bitch.
You a nice ass bitch.
Good looking.
And then
Keep this air coming.
I guess I wait like 5 seconds, and then I was like, yo, mom, can you take any of the shit? Like, is she gone? And she goes, John, it's been 5 seconds. She's still right there. And I look over. I was like, man, this shit's so good.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's okay, Mr. Larkin. And then finally they
Wow.
put the final thing.
The final amount. Yeah. And you passed out.
Yeah, whatever that shit was, it took the anxiety away, everything, and then the mask went on.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah.
When I got tubes in my ears as a little kid, they put the mask on me and I got horrible anxiety. I got scared as fuck.
They didn't inject you with something first?
No.
Oh, the 2 surgeries I remember. Oh, no, 3. Yeah, when I was a kid and I got my tonsils out, they do a sedative first after they already put like a line in. And then you like fucking relax and you're mad chill. And then they fucking tell you to. I forget what they said to me in this one. Did they tell me to count backwards or something? They just
Yeah,
told
that's
me
usually what they say.
Or they definitely did that twice. They did
say
that for the
tell.
dentist, and
Yeah.
they did it for when I got my tonsils out. But this time around, I feel like they said something else. Think about
They like to watch you
they
count.
gave me something to think about.
Yeah.
Think about.
Why mommy and daddy
And then
sleep
that's
in
when
different rooms.
Yeah, they were like. Think,
Well, I don't know. I think it's because
yeah, they gave me a topic, and now I don't even remember it. I was
It's
like,
just they give you something horrible to think about
Do you
before
even
you go
remember
out. Think about the fucking the lunch lady molesting you that one time. Think about that.
how long can you think about that?
the rabbit, the cute rabbit, pops its head out of its grassy knoll. The lawnmower blade chops the rabbit's head off. Blood spews everywhere. Babies left orphaned.
Go on.
All right, Mr. Larkin.
We haven't put the mask on you yet.
That's fantastic. One time I was tripping.
Just think about this.
I was tripping one time, and I was tripping with Kevin, and I was talking about how I needed to piss so often, and he just goes, dude, you should probably go see a doctor about that.
Oh, no.
We're tripping high on mushrooms. He goes, what's in your body that you need to keep going to the bathroom so often? I was like, thanks. Let me keep thinking about that.
No. He's the worst friend ever.
I ended up freaking out after.
Of course, I would freak out, too.
What do you
That
remember?
sets a bad tone.
Dude, I thought myself into having a stroke. I thought I had a stroke. I totally thought I was having a stroke. I was looking at our friend that wasn't on mushrooms. I'm like, but the side of my face is sagging, right? Like it's sagging. Like I'm having a stroke as we speak. And he's like, no, you're completely fine.
Oh, that's horrible.
And I'm like, but look at my face. I'm like this right now. Can't you see my face? I'm like this. Because in my mind, I sounded like this. And my face felt it. And he's like, no, you're fine. It was nuts. And then you snap right out of it. You snap right. We said something. They made a joke, and I laughed at the joke. And I was like, Anyway, sorry you guys had to see that.
Wow.
It was like
Oh,
45
wow.
minutes of me freaking out. I'm gonna die.
But you're
I
aware-
almost cried, dude.
you're
I was
aware
like
that-
in front of my best friends. I almost cried. I was like, this is over.
You're aware that actually.
But they didn't want to like they knew you weren't, so they weren't. They were like, dude, we're sober. We're not taking you to the hospital.
Well, Kevin was tripping too, so I started to, what happened. You can influence somebody. So he had to get away from me. And Eddie was like the one who wasn't tripping. So he talked to me. Kevin just went on his own and went in his room. And Eddie kind of helped me. But
Yeah, but he knew.
what do you mean? Oh, yeah, because I
You
wanted
were fine.
I wanted to call an ambulance.
Of course. Yeah.
I was like, call an ambulance. And they're like, no. Because that's a lot of money anyway. But I didn't need it. Obviously, you just...
Yeah, I've had situations like this, smoking spice. Back in the day, I was in the military, and I didn't want to... we used to do, like... Actually, I'm not going to say this on a podcast. But
Beep!
I'm going to say the
Let's
other
rewind.
part because it was legal. I'm going to say the other part because it was legal. I'm not going to mention the other thing that I was going to mention, but we would smoke spice to avoid drug tests. And we were thinking of it because it was advertised as like a synthetic marijuana. And, we probably should have looked into what it really was and what that even meant and whatever, but we didn't. We were just like, oh, all right, we can keep getting high and we don't have to smoke weed. Everybody I knew had a freak out moment on spice, inevitably. And mine was, like, I had smoked mad weed before and gotten paranoid and thought I was having a heart attack. But with spice, I became, like, hysterically convinced. And so I told my friend Rich, Bobby was there. You guys know Bobby. A few other people were there. And I was like, okay, I'm going to lay down now. I'm going to be convinced that I'm having a heart attack. Do not listen to me. I'm not having a heart attack.
Holy shit.
And they were like, wait, what? Dude, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm going down now. Okay, please do not call an ambulance. Do not, try to get me to a hospital.
Self-aware.
I'm just going to freak out. I'm going to freak out for a little while. It's going to be 10 to 15 minutes, all right? Just please deal with it. And there must have been like 6, 7 people around. They were like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then I pound my fist on the floor and I'm like, guys, seriously, I'm fucking having a heart attack now. No, I know what I said. I know what I know what I said, but I was a fucking idiot. Don't listen to me back then. Listen to me now. Yeah. And I'm trying to be like really convinced because I'm really freaking the fuck out.
Of course.
Like it's not fake.
Right.
And it lasted about 10 minutes where I was like, please, could someone get me water? And I'm like,
no one helped you?
I forget who it was. Might have been my friend Kristen or something, Bobby's ex. And she gave me water or something. Yeah.
Yeah. In those moments, you just you don't know what to do.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, you just have to succumb. You have to wait it out. And there's literally nothing you can do. But I'll tell you this. I have a friend who's been on the show. Shout out Nick Marmer. Nick Marmer. He does loads of drugs.
Jake.
He does.
Fuck you. Damn.
Nick does loads of drugs.
I don't mean it.
He does drugs that don't even have street names. He does drugs that are just like chemicals.
Still
What?
figuring it out.
Yeah.
What does that mean, though?
Like they just have like a chemical name, like dioxide,
Sure. But why?
Whatever.
How does he procure this? Where's?
Well, we can't talk about that, but oh,
got it. Yeah.
Hey, everybody, we're back. I had to pee again. Camera died.
Nick Mama. Farmer Mama.
Yeah, but he told me that if you're having a bad trip, you just take a benzo. You just pop a benzo.
Yeah.
He said it counteracts it. That's what he said. And I trust him. If there's one thing you got to trust, it's got to be your comedian friend who went to school to learn about
What
drugs.
is an example of a benzo?
That's a good question.
It's benzodiazepine.
Benzodiazepine.
But I don't know what a.
You got to go to a pharmacy, and it's just white plastic bottles, and in big black letters it says benzo. And you grab that, and you take 15 of those, and you'll be good. I think that's how it works. You do that on acid if you're having a bad trip on acid.
You're about to
Yeah,
say
I don't know.
Hat Man is there, brother.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if I looked at it, Hey, Ed, can you look up benzos?
Yeah, what are benzos, Ed? Anyway.
You're looking short, bro. Did you take your Timbs off? Don't go on there.
There's video of a Diddy party on that phone. Hey, Siri.
Raf,
So
so
just
what's been up with you?
I've just been sparring, with my thoughts and demons.
Yeah.
I'm not winning, but I fought very well. Also just learned, guys, I can stay here now. I'm not illegal.
Hey!
ICE can't kick me out.
You got a student visa? Going to school? ESL?
Oh, I got married.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's really nice.
That's beautiful. What's his name?
Oh, well, Robert is what he goes by.
Okay.
But he does prefer I don't speak his name
Sure.
out loud.
A fireman, I'd presume. You've always been into firemen.
Oh, no,
if
he's
I
a cop.
remember. Cop?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're into swine these days.
Well, ever since I converted, I realized bacon's really good. Plus,
Converted to, from.
I used to be Muslim, so I didn't eat pork. But
And now
You know,
you're
once-
a Catholic. You party.
once I got that paper, I was like, fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
Build the wall, honestly.
And you got confirmed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He made me change my name.
Do you remember your confirmation name?
Yeah, my name is Robert as well now.
Well, I'm happy for you, Raf.
Thank
That's
you.
nice. That's
Robert.
Sorry, Robert.
It's okay. We can dead name me.
That's lovely. So what's happening in the future with you and with Robert squared?
Oh, probably divorce for sure.
You think?
Oh, it was just for the papers.
Just for the papers.
Ice, I'm lying. This is a joke. I swear to God.
Did you?
But yeah, we're definitely getting
I
divorced.
wanted to see how long we could go.
I loved it. It was great.
That's a good
I
bit.
was really into it. Yeah, that was a cool bit. I hope you
One of
dropped
the
that.
best bits is
I'd like to see that.
just people being gay.
I ran out of space where I'm like, at what point do I start being a little bit homophobic with the things I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want to sound like I'm making fun of gay people. Shout out the gays.
No, it didn't feel malicious
Everyone
at all.
except one of the letters. I have beef with lesbians right now.
Why do you have
Lesbians.
beef with lesbians?
Why?
Well, it's because I went to Barnes & Noble the other day, and once again, I got tricked. I know I like masked women. That's my fault. But it was like the second I heard, oh, yeah, my girlfriend's also, I was like, fucking wasted my time.
I've never been hit with a flashbang,
made a friend, but I
but I
wasted my
think
time.
the closest thing to that is when you're talking to a girl and she says she has a boyfriend.
It's pretty much the same shit.
It's just disorienting. You're like, hey, guys, thank y'all so much for talking. This was great. All right. This is a good time. What do you got to say for yourself, Raf?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man.
First. Thanks
Anytime.
for coming
Yeah.
to your own podcast.
Yeah.
I'm really touched you came, and I had a great time.
Anytime, man. How about John? What do you got to say for yourself?
I have something to say, but first of all, Raf, I just want to say your eyeliner looks great.
It is nice.
It's
don't make me blush.
spectacular. Yeah. Did you
Moroccan
get those,
Cedo.
girl? Did you get those lashes done?
Well, I went to visit my uncle in Turkey, and, while I was there.
Okay, I
Yeah.
understand. Hey,
That is nice.
Queen, you dropped this. Okay. Yeah, it was great. Thanks for having me. Wow, I can't believe Raf and I haven't been on the pod in almost 4 years together. That's kind of
330. Episode 330.
Wow. So,
Shit.
yeah, it's really cool, and it's great to catch up with you. And we need to do more of that. And I am excited to spar you shortly after this podcast.
Yes. Punching each other in the head. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Peace.